What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 7, Listen, Learn, Evolve, and today we're going to be talking four-letter words, or well, one four-letter word, and that's probably the worst one that you could possibly ever use, and it's also the last one you're thinking about, and it's busy. It's busy. Now, for those of you just catching up, I work as a digital marketer at an agency here in the greater Baltimore area, and anyone that I've ever met that's ever been in or been around the agency world knows that four-letter word like the back of their hand. Everyone's busy. Busy all the time, busy days, busy meetings, busy afternoons, mornings, nights, whatever. Everyone's always running around. Everyone's always busy. And we've all probably had a conversation that goes something like, hey, how's your day? Oh, it's really busy. Oh, yeah, mine's really busy too. It's totally crazy. I got all this stuff to do. I don't know how I'm going to do it all, right? We've all probably had one of those one point or another. And the interesting thing is that almost any time you tell someone that you're really busy or you're having a really busy day, you're often met with that same level of negativity about how awful being busy is and how someone else is almost as busy, if not busier than you are. Well, there was an article I saw on Huffington Post today. It was published something like a year ago, but it was really interesting because it talked about that negative effect. It talked about people wanting to put themselves down by saying how busy they were. And the interesting anecdote in there was a guy who was asked how his day was going. He said, oh man, it's going to be so busy. And they got an unusual response. The person responding essentially asked him, well, what you got going on today? What's going on? He's like, well, I've got to hang out with my kids and wrap a couple gifts and then get the kids ready and over to the babysitter so I can go on a date with my wife tonight. And the guy's response was something to the effect of, oh, that sounds like a fun day, enjoy. He's like, well, but I was just trying to tell you how unbelievably busy I was. Like, can't you see that it's awful? And, that's kind of an extreme example, but what was interesting was the idea of if you actually sit down and look at what is on your plate and think about the things that you have to do, maybe you're not really busy. Maybe it's not awful. Maybe you just have a full day. A lot to get done, but one thing after another and everything will work out. So I'm going to make a pledge here to try to do my best to remove the word busy from my vocabulary for at least the next 30 days and see if it can't continue on, because I want to see if on the days where I feel the busiest and I feel like I'm running around with my head cut off trying to figure out what to do, how I'm going to get it all done, if I just try to take a slightly different approach to it, if that will ultimately change the way it goes, if I'll feel a little bit better, feel a little bit more productive, maybe a little less negative about the things that I want to do. So I'm going to give it a shot. I encourage you to give it a shot too. I'm going to link the article where I read this down below, just so you can kind of see what I saw, but it was super interesting. I hope you got something out of it, and just try not to say that awful word anymore.